Salut les gars, Aaron ici. J'ai beaucoup de films que vous pouvez... Why am I speaking French? Hey guys, Aaron here. I have lots of movies, as you can no doubt tell from all the collections and updates I do. And you can also no doubt tell from the first shot of this video. There are good movies, and then there are bad movies. There are masterpieces of life, and then there's... Let's just not talk about that one. And then there are the movies that other people don't like, but you enjoy for some reason. These movies are called guilty pleasures. And now I am going to be telling you my top 10 guilty pleasure movies today. Don't be mad if some of these movies are movies that you absolutely hate. Everyone has different guilty pleasures. Number 10. Shrek the Third. I don't think it's as good as the second one, and Sean loves the second one. I don't think it's the best Shrek yet. I like it a little less than the first one, but I still think it's good. It's just a movie I like to watch and enjoy. Number 9. Men in Black 2. I like Men in Black 2 almost as much as the first one. And I think the reason why people don't like it as much as the first one is that it doesn't have a really good villain. It's just I like it. And it has more jokes. But I like it. It's cool. And Jeff. Oh, sit down, sit down. It's only a 600-foot worm. Look right here, please. Thank you for participating in our drill. Had this been an actual emergency, y'all would have been eaten. Because you don't listen. You're ignorant. I mean, a black guy flying through the back of the subway. I mean, that's the problem with all New Yorkers. I mean, oh, we've seen everything. Oh no, 600-foot worm, save us, Mr. Black Man. I mean, why don't you... Thank you for participating in our drill. I hope you liked our smaller, more energy-efficient subway cars. Watch your step. Have a nice night.
Number 8. Cars 2. Cars 2 is a really good spy movie. I guess that's what the filmmakers were going for.
I enjoy this movie. It's really fun. The spy elements are great. And also the character elements with the not Mater characters are good. Some say that this is Pixar's worst movie, and yeah, it kind of is, because they make stellar, awesome movies. But if Disney only made like 7 movies that were like Fantasia, Snow and the Seven Dwarfs, Bambi, Pinocchio, Dumbo, would you expect them to make a not good movie? No, because they're just starting out. They have a long way to go. Number 7. The X-Files. I Want to Believe. This is basically a Monster of the Week episode about surgeons doing unexplainable things, like taking a head and then moving it to one person. Some people didn't like this because it didn't have to do with aliens, but it's still a good movie. Got the characters of Mulder and Scully and Skinner right. It's a Monster of the Week episode set 7 years after the show ended. And 4 years before, aliens are said to take over the world. Or, according to season 10, a group of men realizes that humans are destroying the world, so they decide to murder us by changing our DNA, using a smallpox vaccination, therefore giving us lots of illnesses so we can all die. Spoilers. Number 6. Home on the Range. This is probably a movie that you've never heard of. It was the last 2D animated Disney movie before they stopped making them and moved to 3D animation. But they still make occasionally a 2D animated movie. It's just a small little fun family film about cows that save a farm. It gets the feeling of a small Old West farm really well, and it just keeps you in the environment. Yeah, the environment where cows can go into a barmaid and, you know, fight the fat dancers on the stage. Oh, and the scene where this guy yodels. Number 5, Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Now, if you're a Thomas fan, you either like this movie or hate this movie. I like it. And the acting is just laughably bad. This had Shining Time Station in it, which was an actual TV show that introduced Thomas to the US. I like it. Number 4, Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. This is the second movie in the Ghost Rider franchise, and both of them were not really good, but I like this one for the cool visuals and the awesome action. Like, the Ghost Rider has a giant wheel digger thing, and he just makes it fire and just kills everyone. Some say this is worst, but I just like it, you know, for the reasons I just said. Number 3, Inspector Gadget 2. This is a really cartoony, fun movie, and it's much better than the first one, starring Matthew Broderick. At least they actually tried to make a fun movie, and I just like to watch this whenever I'm bored or something. If you're looking for a good movie to invest your brain in, this is not the movie for you, but it's the movie for me. Number 2. Sorry about that. Number 2, Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. I like this as much as the other Pirates of the Caribbean movies. It's lots of fun and swashbuckling adventure. It has lots of pirate stuff, like mermaids and Blackbeard and the Fountain of Youth. I really like this, more than all the others, but not as much as number 1. By the way, when the 5th one comes out, Dead Men Tell No Tales, I'm going to see it.
My guilty pleasure, one of them, 98 version, Godzilla, the Matthew Broderick one, where it's in Madison Square Garden, it's laying eggs and all kinds of nasty stuff. But it's, I'll sit and watch it every time it's on.
Number 1, the Ernest movies. Even though these are multiple movies, well, they're my biggest guilty pleasures. They're the kind of movies that are so stupid that you have to laugh. And Ernest, Jim Varney as Ernest is just stellar. And my favorite out of all of those is Ernest Goes to Jail. Ernest Goes to Jail has so much jokes. Yeah. Jokes like have to do with prison and stuff. Hi, Sean. And there's this running joke where every time Ernest gets electrocuted, he gets magnetic. Oh, and for those of you wondering, how did I start doing this stupid face? Well, in this movie, there's this scene.
I brought him up as best I could, but sometimes a bad seed falls from even the most fragile flower.
Ma'am, you're not going through this gate.
Is this the way you treat your mother?
And we did that. So that was my top 10 guilty pleasure movies. Now you know the type of movies I enjoy and the movies that I don't think are completely terrible. 2. Number 2. Alright. Quiet on set. Ready? Action. Even though these are multiple movies, this is my biggest guilty pleasures. These are my It's much better than the second one. No. Number 5. Thomas. Shut up.
Special delivery. Kittens. You can get out. Oh!
It's just a sexy lady. Imagine that. Imagine Jeff is there. And look here. Okay.
That's like, look at the camera. Look at the camera.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Hi. Open your mouth. No, that's nasty. Open.
Yes, what Daddy was saying. Selfie stick.
How about let's record? Okay. Ready? Go.